Hi, this is Megan Bergman, and I'm doing my week 5 assignment based on the practice model. Because I'm not in corrections or a police officer, I'm basing my practice model for court administration. And a practice model consists of core practices or components of a practice that is considered sufficient to produce a desired effect or outcome within the structure of a routine. And one of the biggest things in court administration has to do with our stakeholders, whether we're dealing with agencies or the public. And the biggest one that we deal with primarily is always the public. And one of the biggest things that I've seen that court administration is lacking in over the course of the years is our customer service. So oftentimes when people work in public servant capacity, it can get kind of taxing. You deal with the same things every day, you hear the same complaints, the same excuses, and oftentimes people can get very complacent and can get very hardened to what they're listening to. And one of the biggest things that we come across after this is employees who can come across as rude, don't want to help, just want to get to the end of their day. And so one of the things that I would like to look at with this practice model is how we can change that focus and remember who we're there for and who we're serving. We are public servants, so our main stakeholders is the public and the people coming into our office to get help and seek guidance in something that oftentimes is kind of traumatic. So we're just going to do a little fictitious example of one of these scenarios, and we'll use a fictitious court administration office and an employee and a customer coming in to court admin.
Okay, just need to get ready for work. Okay, I'm ready for work. Hi, I'm Emery. I need to file some papers, but I don't know where to find them. We'll just go online.
But which ones are the ones I need for this?
How should I know? Just go look at all of the forms and find the ones you need.
But I don't know which ones I need. That's why I came here.
I can't give out legal advice. You should go hire an attorney.
So this is a really great example, and I know that some of you might be laughing like, would somebody really actually say that to somebody coming into the office? Well, on a bad day, this scenario might be an exact copy of what might happen. So what you just saw here was somebody coming in needing some guidance as to which forms they need to fill out. I kind of left this open-ended because I've worked in all aspects: conciliation, civil, probate, family, criminal. Right now my focus is criminal at the Ramsey County Courthouse. But in any case, this scenario can happen on a day-to-day basis in any county courthouse that somebody might go into. The other thing I think we need to remember is that not everybody coming into the courthouse is coming there for something criminal in nature. And I think oftentimes people in the courts get this kind of that they just assume that everybody's bad. Why should I help them? They've obviously committed some type of crime. But oftentimes most of the things that we have coming into the courts are based in family court in nature or probate. And they've never had to do this before. And oftentimes this is the only time that they're going to be dealing with a conciliation matter or a divorce, or their parent has passed away and now they have to deal with their estate and where do they go next. And oftentimes court admin takes the stance that they don't need to provide any extra help above and beyond pointing them in the direction of the forms. So nowadays, for instance, all of our forms are online, and we live in a technological age where we can just say to somebody, go online and check it out. Well, that doesn't always help a lot of people. And I think when looking at this practice model, one of the first things we need to start focusing on is our customer service. How do we help our main stakeholder, the public? And in order to do that, one of the biggest things is our forms. And now my cat is going to help demonstrate this. But so will be some entertainment while you get to watch this video. However, however funny it may become. So I don't like to be in front of the camera, so my cat Melia can. But anyways, one of the biggest things is customer service and helping them. And oftentimes we can just give that blanket statement like you saw in the little scenario we provided, where just go online. I can't help you. And one of the biggest signs can be, I can't offer legal advice. Well, one of the things that we need to look into, which is number 2 of my practice model, is understanding our own scope of what we can help with. So saying that we can't provide legal advice is great. Some people, the public coming in, wouldn't understand the difference between what's legal advice and what is not, but we do. And if we don't, then that's a problem. And so encouraging and educating our employees to know what information we can help with and what we can't. So basically, it just comes down to, we can't help them fill out a form and tell them what to put on that, but we can guide them to which forms they might need for the certain scenario they're coming in for, where to find them. We have public terminals where they can print them. I just had a scenario where I don't work in Isanti County anymore, but somebody that lives here, knowing that I worked there, reached out and just said they wouldn't print these forms off for me. How do I do that? And those types of situations, when I hear about them, really kind of discourage me, because it makes me feel poorly that they came in and experienced not so satisfactory an experience by coming in there. Because really, we don't have a job if things like these in life, normal life things, are happening. We don't have a job if, I know it's horrible to say, but if people aren't getting divorced. We don't have a job if people aren't filing small claims because someone who poured concrete at their home didn't finish the job but still got paid and they're looking for their money back. We don't have a job if somebody doesn't understand how it works when they have to file a probate because their parent died and now they have to deal with the estate. So this is our job, and we need to know it, and we need to give accurate information, and we need to be helpful. And so helping our employees understand their scope of their job and what they can help with is a big thing. The third thing is also helping our employees with active listening skills and speaking skills. I think that we have to remember that not all of us come from the same walk of life. Not all of us come from the same education or the same family experience, and we all listen differently and we all speak differently. So providing education and assistance and coaching with how we talk to the public, how we speak to the public, is a big thing. And the other thing is, what is our value? Who is valued in this experience? The person coming to our counter is the one that's valued, and our values as a court, how we seek to ensure that justice is served through any aspect of the court, is crucial in delivering the right experience when people walk through our doors. So I'm sorry that this video may have been a little boring, because I don't like to be in front of the camera, but my cat did, and both of my daughters, Shelby was the clerk of court, and then my daughter Hallie was the one that was the customer. If they want to come in front of the camera and take a bow, that is what we'll leave you with today. But that would be my practice model for the situation. Thank you. Have a good night.